Jesianity, jesianity.info. I don't want to be moral. I don't want to be moral. My head is very able, very high skilled, very gratified by problem solving. It wants to run. It does run. Oh my goodness. It's like herding cats. Why do I herd the cats? Because I like the joy of being moral, the joy of my humanity being unleashed, more than the pleasure of my head running loose. I suppose I like cats. Not much, but I like cats. Sure, I like cats. I don't want to spend my time herding them. I don't want to spend my time cleaning up their shit. Timothy, you're the exception. Oh my goodness, do I like you. This life is the only one I believe I've got. And that's totally fine with me. Goodness, I'm a big boy. If the ride's over, the ride's over. What is the big deal? I don't understand it. Not true. I'm beginning to understand it. If I were a Palestinian living the dream that Jenna is there for me, might be very necessary. I don't want to be moral. I don't. When my body's tired and frustrated, I want to scream. When someone's talking in the parking lot at 2 in the morning, I want to scream at them. I don't want to be humane. I don't want to unleash my humanity privately. At those moments, I want to scream. So why am I sharing this? Because I prefer what it feels like when I am humane, when I am unleashing my humanity. So why don't I always do that? Maybe someday, almost I will. Some days, I do. And maybe that will become routine. But as it is, the head, boy, it just sneaks up on me. And that's a big one. Boy, when things seem to be going well, I drop my guard and the head or the flesh or both rear up, hijack, and when they're in charge, oh man, they don't want to let go. So why do I persist with testing to see if Jesianity, Jesus' way of unleashed humanity all the time, centrally using the devices, the necessary devices of personified higher capacities, personified humanity in the form of a honest, tightly honed image of him, not his face, his ideas, his teachings, his example, and of the Creator that he had as a personification within him. Why do I persist in that? 2 reasons. Three reasons. I have always sensed that he had the most enviable quality of life. that there ever was. Since my earliest memory, including now. That's one. Another is, it's the only hope I see for the children, the poor bastard survivors 7 generations from now. Their world will be material hell. And unless they know his way, which he developed to deal with the material hell of his days, they're not going to want to be alive. And third, I want to be in that place of joy, which means immersion in the service of the world, which means immersion in the sufferings of the world, because you can't address those unless you're in touch with them and fully informed of them. So what I'm doing is purely voluntary. I consider myself the most enviable soul currently alive. And I persist because I want even more of the joy, less of the suffering that comes with the head and the flesh being in charge. And I believe, I'm virtually certain, that it is the best path. Before I said the only path. And I know that to be mistaken, because I see an impossible joy on the face of Palestinians. Not possible. So clearly, something, presumably their form of Islam, is producing the same in unimaginable hell conditions, in high concentrations, in high quantities.